Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Troy Rawlings, comedian, TV, radio, forum host Troy Rawlings. Just wanted to take some time out to give a little inspirational message. I appreciate the time that Walter Latham has given me on the Our Future Sundays recordings. Just a little background about myself. Some of you may know about me from online stuff, shows, what have you. I'm a Baltimore native, now living in Los Angeles, California. Came here to pursue the dream. Acting, comedy, hosting, more so working in television and hosting events and doing things like that. Came here 4 years ago in 2008. Background, Baltimore. A lot of times I say Baltimore and people are like, Baltimore, oh, The Wire. The Wire, you know about The Wire? And Baltimore got kind of a bad rap in a lot of places, just like any other city in the world. You have your good, your bad, your ugly. And Baltimore, from the homicide to the corner to the wire, a lot of times what was portrayed, a lot of times with the drug game and the violence and things like that, even though that is a part of Baltimore. And I didn't have to become a product of that, and I just chose another route. As a young kid, I chose to work instead of dealing drugs, and it wasn't that it wasn't available to me. My mother and my brother dealt drugs, and it came up in my household, and it was something that you did in certain circles. But something I could say to the young people, and I don't knock anybody's hustle, don't get me wrong, that's just me. I don't knock anybody's hustle, but you don't have to make the same choices that everyone else is making, especially if you can notice that they're going down the wrong path and you don't like how their choices end up in their lives. You can look and experience. Some people say experience is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher if it doesn't kill you. So sometimes you need to learn from other people's experience. So I'll say that I was 12 years old when I got my first job in a restaurant. A lot about my age. Went that route and started working. Started cutting hair at 11. So I got into barbering right out of high school. I wanted to do radio. There were no limitations in my life, as I noticed, and I came up in a weird household scenario. By the time I was 14, 15, I kind of lived by myself for 2 years, and I can't knock the way my parents raised me. Now, a lot of times we want to lean on the fact that our parents didn't do A, B, C, and D. All I can say on that is that my parents did the best they could with what they had, and to this day I have a wonderful relationship with my mother, and thank God for her. And my father, I had a wonderful relationship with him before he passed. He passed 2 years ago. Now I could take a whole nother video and talk about my background and some of the things I've been through coming up, but I really want to get on this point for adults and young people, is to we just had an incident that happened in Aurora, Colorado, and our prayers and love is for the families that lost people. But a lot of time we hear the term pull the trigger, and it's a bad term. But we're in the season of the Olympics. So a saying that I've always used is pull the trigger. And for me, it's just like the Olympics. It's the start of your race. Are you going to start the race of your life? So I always challenge people to pull the trigger. If I'm in a meeting about business or anything like that, I usually tell people, okay, pull the trigger. Someone has to pull the trigger. It's a point where you have to start the race. And the thing about your life is that you're the only one in your race. You don't have to compare or compete with anybody else. You have everything you need to accomplish your race. There's a quote that says, the race is not given to the strong or to the swift, but to he that endures to the end. And there will be a point in your life, young, old, or otherwise, that you have to pull the trigger. You have to make a decision on what you want to do in life, and you have to pursue it. The hardest thing to get past will be the fear and your own doubts, your own imperfections, which we all have. You know yourself better than anybody, and we beat ourselves down usually better than anybody. So there is a point where you will have to pull the trigger, and it's never too late to race and win. It's never too late to pursue your dream. I would have thought at 22 I'd be in California. I didn't come to California until I was 32. And I've been blessed to achieve a lot of things in a short amount of time. And it's amazing. You can't, everyone has their own faith or what they look to. I choose my faith in God. But it's amazing. I heard Russell Simmons say one time in a meeting that you can't influence the timing of God. You don't know when certain opportunities will come to you. You just have to be ready. Some people say, well, opportunity plus preparation plus opportunity equals luck. I don't believe that. I believe preparation plus opportunity plus action equals success. So those are the things that I really find. And I'll say this and then I'll end it up, because I know we only have about 6 minutes. I don't know how long this is gonna go. You start talking. The 4 years I've been here, I lost 15 people who were either close to me or I just knew, and that can weigh heavy on you. I think my faith and my focus kept me on point, and one of those people was my father. I had an opportunity to interview my father before he passed away and just talk to him and about, like I would a TV show guest or a radio show guest, and just talk to him about his life and some of the great things he did. And one of the things that shocked me is that when I asked him what he was looking to do after high school, he lettered in all these sports and all these great credentials and academic excellence. What was he looking to do? And he said, nothing. I really didn't have any plans. And I'm a person that's been writing my goals since high school, things I wanted to achieve and trying to knock them down. So I'm a go-getter. But to hear my father, who was a wonderful man in his own right, the worst stuff he did to anybody was the stuff he did to himself, say that he really had no plans, let me know that we have our own lives. No matter if we have some of the traits and habits of our parents, we have our own lives. And I'll leave you on this. And one of my dear friends would call me a few years back and say, oh man, Troy, man, Ghost host, Ghost, I gotta come out there, man. Something's telling me I need to come out to California. And I had a couple people talk to me like that, and usually when they say that, I'm saying, well, why? If something's telling you to come to California, something's telling you to pursue something in your heart is pulling at you to do it, why are we having this conversation? I can encourage you so much, but you have to pull the trigger. You have to get on that plane. You have to trust yourself and trust God and move forward. There is a point where you have to pull the trigger. And like you see in the Olympics, these runners are waiting. And there is a point where that trigger is pulled and that gun goes off and they have to run that race. And any good runner, any good athlete, any great athlete will tell you that their hardest competitor is themselves. So long story short, my friend used to always say that. I'd say, man, you need to come out here and really pursue what you're looking to pursue. And he never got the opportunity to do it, even though I know that was something on his heart to do. He did some great things in his life and he's a great brother, but he never got the opportunity to do it. He passed away at 36 years old. And I leave you on that note to say, we're not promised tomorrow. Today is the day you need to pull the trigger in your life, young, old. I've been pulling the trigger in my life legally and non-violently for 37 years, and I'm blessed to really be in a position I am now because of it. And you're your greatest opponent at times, but you can be your greatest advocate. Pursue your dreams. Everything is possible. There's nothing that's impossible. So just pursue your dreams and do it. Pull the trigger. It's never too late to start your race, and you're the only one racing, so you're bound to win. Alright, I'm Troy Rawlings. If you want to hit me up, you can always Google me, Troy Rawlings, TRYRAWLINGS, or hit my websites. Check you out. God bless. One love. Peace. Love you. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate you.